Okay, pumpkins, here we are, Module 4, all right? This is where we start getting into the application of some of these fundamental concepts that you've been working on for the past few weeks in this class. I've got my view open here. The first thing that you need to do is there's an exam here for just to reinforce the concepts from the first 3 modules of this class. And there's minimal calculations involved. There's a couple that I just want you to, just to make sure you understand how to do some of the calculations. It's about, I believe it's 48 multiple choice questions. I've set a 90-minute time limit. Hopefully it'll work. We'll see. It's obviously open book. And I'm not going to try to proctor whether you look up the information, but because there's a time limit, I would strongly recommend that you study in advance. And the reason that I'm doing this exam, even though I know it's open book, is just to make sure that you understand what the fundamental concepts are that we went through in the first 3 modules, because a lot of times, you get involved in the mechanics of a spreadsheet or the mechanics of a calculation, and you forget about what even was that about. So the exam kind of forces you to step back a little bit and look at the concepts. So there's that you need to get done this week, as well as the beginning of the 4th module. So the module 4, I'm giving you 2 weeks to do it. 4th of July is coming up next weekend, and we're now moving to the point where we're sort of, in addition to doing our normal, textbook homework, Cengage homework, I'm also going to be having you do like an actual project for something that an actual accountant would do in an actual company. So this is the first time that we're going to do this. That'll be next week. So that's down here, our job costing project. Right now, what you're going to do is just sort of learn the fundamentals of job costing, which is any kind of a company that does like custom work, or job related work. My husband had a construction company, and so every time you do a job, you build the job, and then we wanted to know, was the job profitable? So assigning labor to the jobs, assigning material to the jobs, and evaluating the profitability of a job in that way. So that's what Module 4 is about. So you need to understand all those costs topics from modules 1 through 3, as well as be able to be comfortable in Excel. And so that's what this is. It's not hard the concepts aren't difficult. It all makes sense. What's difficult in the job costing stuff is like the details of how you get around between those different concepts. So it sounds perfectly logical, understanding the concept, understanding the costs associated with a job. And particularly when you get down to the project, to the Excel project, there's a mountain of paperwork that goes along with it. And of course, the paperwork in my world is all in Excel, and it's all these forms that are connected to each other. And, and that's how things actually are in the world of manufacturing. So that's where we're going with this. Again, I've got some videos. I've left them in the format they were in before. Again, let me know if those don't work for you. 2 homeworks. The other thing I want to note, in homework 2 here, sorry for the jerky head motion there. I had to pause the video for a minute and pull up your Cengage. The other thing I wanted to note was that in the second homework for this module, they have these things in Cengage called blank sheets, where they have you have to like basically create like some of these data entry sheets by, here's a job order cost sheet, and you have to like go into the amount descriptions page and write in the exact item that they want you to write in. So it's like you're creating a form and you're filling in the form, but they don't give you the drop down menu. And so this is like a more complicated homework assignment. The other thing I want to note is problem 4.57 comes with, the book actually provides a spreadsheet for you, and I have put that up in the resources. Actually, where is it? I will put it up in there. Oh, here it is. The publisher's spreadsheet. So I'll put those up in the resources for you. And so use this spreadsheet. It'll make it easy. You won't have to do as much data entry. So that's how you get through Module 4. Again, as always, you know where to find me. I love Zooming with my students, and I will